I guess it's a good building block to get some guys. Some guys have been sort of down on form, including myself, and yeah, hopefully that gives us some confidence going into the next few weeks, as the next month can really set up our year. So if that's what we can get out of it, that's good. But I think some of our ball movement stuff and stoppage work was pretty good. That our positioning was a lot better. So yeah, some things we're working on was worked out well.
It was a weekend where everyone's kept starting to get what was against confidence and stuff. Is it simple last year? Confidence was up, you guys were starting looking even better?
I think we've slowly been building anyway. We've been getting better and better, but I guess it was a sharp rise in performance on the weekend. Yeah, I think we've been building from the start. So pretty poor start against Essendon, and then slowly but surely we've been getting better. But it's just been a slow process at the moment. Yeah, as I said, some guys have been down in form, and some guys really in the last few weeks have been better. So hopefully we can keep building on that.
Sandra really talked about going through the yesterday, not stopping.
Yeah, well, Sando was really big this week on our defensive game, which has been something to work on. So he really wanted to build our attack from our defence, so our defensive stuff, and we identified GWS. They like to use their kick mark chains a lot, so to cut that down, and we were pretty poor at that early in the first quarter. So yeah, got stuck into us a bit at quarter time, and pointed out some areas where we weren't as good at. So yeah, but to finish off the way we did, I guess at 3/4 time, that was the message: not to take the foot off and be a real ruthless team when we're in that position. So yeah, he's pretty happy with the way we finished off. Yeah, Lynch, he was on fire, wasn't he? He just kept going his way, and it wasn't like he was out of the square all day either. He was up the ground and working back, and his work rate's fantastic. And a lot of the time we were thinking, is anyone actually standing him? But it was his work rate to work off his opponent and to push up the ground and then work back. He just burnt him off, and he just had one of those days where he kept getting it, and he finished pretty well as well to kick 10 too. He probably missed two of the easier ones as well. So yeah, it's fantastic for him, and great reward for a guy that's worked really hard to get his place in our side. So but to kick 10 was pretty special. I think only 3 blokes have ever done that at the club, and he's in some pretty elite company there.
Is he only?
Yeah, he's had a few last night at the airport, Mods, and the new Modger. I think Mods actually texted him. It was he's the best text message he's ever received, he reckons. So he was pumping him up, and yeah, Mods just congratulated him, and I think he was on a bit of a high last night and still is. But yeah, obviously he's a pretty modest sort of fella. He's already looking towards this week. So yeah, great result, but yeah, fantastic.
Is it the house? Lynch and Jenkins? Is that the way to
Yeah, well, Jenko and Shawnee McKernan have done pretty well up there, but it's guys around him as well, like I guess the Poor Pleasures and the smaller forwards up there crumbing. Ian Cullinan, when he gets his chance to come back in, will be important for us, I think. But it's more of a team effort. I don't think we rely on one or two. So as you see yesterday, a number of goal kickers from around across the board. So I think Danger and Tomo have been spending a bit of time forward when they're resting as well, which has been really important for us because they're both really great overhead and good finishers. So that's been important as well.
How do you keep this game in perspective? That was very good GWS playing last week.
We just got to worry about us, like the way we perform. It's regardless of our opposition, we've got key indicators that we look at, and got to worry about how we play, and we'll review it in that way rather than the opposition. So yeah, that's the way we'll look at it.
The next month, what's possible?
Yeah, we don't look too much further, to be honest. But as I said before, the next month can really shape our year. So it's going to be very important 4 weeks for us. So we've got some pretty tough games in there coming up too. We've got North Melbourne in Melbourne, and then we've got Sydney here as well, which is going to be tough. And yeah, it's going to, as I said, it's going to really shape where we finish this year. So it's super important for us.
Building your own football side, you know, some certain corners that you're doing stuff that isn't continuity. So.
Yeah, it's slowly coming back. There's still some things to work on, but yeah, I guess get some bit of confidence out of the weekend, and the couple of weeks before that have been a real improvement as well after going back to the SANFL. So yeah, I guess keep working at the things I'm working on, and hopefully it keeps going well.
How much of a kick for you was that going back to the central?
A kick is in.
How did you cope with it?
Yeah, it was fine. I've gone back to the SANFL a few times in my career, and the good thing about that is I get on really well with all the Eagles guys, and the coach Mickey Godden, get on really well with him as well. So I fit back in there really easily. So as soon as I knew I was going back there, I spoke to him straight away, and the transition was really easy for me. So and yeah, in that game played in the midfield a fair bit. So yeah, went pretty well from there, and then was lucky enough to come back in the next week, which was pretty lucky. But yeah, hopefully I can hold my spot now.
And Bertie, you're obviously close to texting us again to say, "I'm back in the back."
Yeah, I think he was probably happier than anyone for Lynchy. They're pretty close, those two as well. So he's pretty happy with his efforts after the game, and you get more tweets out of text than you do text messages. He's pretty hot on the Twitter thing, but yeah, obviously everyone was happy with Lynchy, and yeah, I'm sure Tex will be helping those sort of guys out as well throughout the rest of the year, and also the other guys, JJ and Shawnee, playing up there. Hopefully we can find a role for him in the box or something.
When you talk about those KPIs,
I just think our setups and communicate. They're pretty slack in the way of our setups in some stoppages and that over the past few weeks. So we know we're on when we're setting up well. You can see guys pointing and communicating and getting our guys. I'm speaking from a midfield point of view, and that's just an area that it had been down a bit. It's just little lapses every now and then, and you can't have too many lapses in footy these days, and the opposition gets a bit of a run on. So that was a key thing for us in the midfield, that we're just, our setups, we're getting there early, setting up, and from there we're just hunting the ball.
is it because of the challenge?
Yeah, it does make it a little bit tougher, because sometimes the ball moves that quick. It can be in the back pocket, and a few seconds later there's a stoppage in the forward pocket. So to work down there, and the umpires, as you said, they're throwing it straight up now. So it can all happen pretty quick, but that's an area we've identified as, you know, it can be a strength of ours if we get there early and communicate, set up well, and work from there. Because when we do it, we that's one of our strengths, our clearance work.
When someone's having a day out like this, weekend, how much do you guys as the team contact with after that? And what's it like for you guys?
Yeah, it all happened pretty quick with Lynchy, because I don't think he had a go at quarter time, and he kicked sort of, I think, was it 6 or something in one of the quarters. So it all happened pretty quick, and all of a sudden we're thinking, Lynchy he's kicked for, I thought he'd kicked 3 or 4 in a row, but it was 6. So it all happened really quick. So, and yeah, I guess towards, everyone knew he had 9 at 3/4 time, and he could have kicked 10th, his 10th just before. I think it was on the siren that he missed from straight in front of my dad. But yeah, we all knew he was on 9, so I think deep down, no one really mentioned it, but deep down everyone was thinking, oh, let's hope he gets his 10th. And as a true 40, he could have given the handball, dummied around, shrugged off a tackle, and had a shot from the 50, but no one was complaining, and Sloaney himself said he wasn't complaining, he didn't get the handball. So when he kicked his 10th, it was a pretty special thing, because it hasn't happened while at my time at the club, and it was a great thing. It's just a great fella as well, so yeah, it's a good thing to see.
What do you guys think of this actually? Are you going tonight? You'll get a bit of a watch or anything like that?
Nah, I'll certainly watch it. I think most people probably watch it, but nah, there's no get together or team thing to watch it. But I'm sure everyone will watch it, and Monday night footy, it's a good thing, I think.
Cheers, guys. You could Nathan Roberts already, but surprised at what he was going to
Yeah, I only heard about that this morning, and I haven't read the paper, but we can't really comment on it because it's a thing way out of our league. So can't really comment on that much.